Hi everyone, my name is James Warrior. Now, the reason that I'm making this short video clip this morning is that I just want to say, I want to give a big shout out to somebody whose webinar I have just seen, and I really do think it was absolutely magnificent. Now, I've been an actor for, I don't know, something like 54 years, and give or take, the periods of time that all actors go through. I mean, there are times when you're out of work and you wish you weren't, and then things get better again, and then they get worse again, and all that sort of stuff. But by and large, I've been really lucky, and I've been more or less consistently in work for 54 odd years. And I'm 76 now, so that makes me an old crumbly. And I think, you get to a certain age and you think, well, if I want to be lazy, because I am lazy, if I want to be lazy, I'm kind of entitled to. Why not? I like to go out with my dog because I train dogs. I've got all sorts of distractions. I like to ride my motorbike. So I find all sorts of excuses for not doing some of the promotional work that I ought to do on my own behalf in order to generate more work from my little home studio. But then, and this is the purpose of this post now, on Tuesday, I don't know, what day is it today? Friday, yeah. On Tuesday of this week, I saw a webinar by a guy called J.C. Roberts, who I'm sure most of you will be really familiar with. And I really genuinely believe it was truly inspirational. Now, the word inspirational, as far as I'm concerned, I normally, I hold up a cross and a bulb of garlic. I go away, because usually what it presages is somebody coming on a YouTube channel and telling me that I must make goals and I must go and I must have a little ritual every morning and repeat certain things, and a little ritual before I go to sleep every night and repeat certain things, and then I must open myself to the universe, who will see via the law of attraction that in no time at all I will become totally successful and remarkably rich. And the old crap. I mean, crap it is, in my opinion anyway. However, I've got to say, because what I want when I see a webinar, what I want is straight, useful, punchy, powerful, good information and some kind of a description of precisely what that person means by that. I don't want a load of airy-fairy nonsense. And that's why I would say that this webinar that I saw on Tuesday by J. Roberts was it was breathtaking. It was the point. Now, I should think most of you also know that J. Roberts works for Gravy for the Brain, and Gravy for the Brain provide all sorts of mentoring and help and advice. On Thursday afternoons as well, if you're a GFTB, is that right? GFTB member. On Thursday afternoons, Jay hosts a marketing session that any of the members can join in on. And one of the beauties of that is it doesn't matter if you're a complete and utter absolute beginner, because as far as voiceovers are concerned, I am. And no question is ever considered to be silly. You quite often get somebody on that program who will say something like, look, I'm new to this. You probably think this is a silly question. And then before they ask it, Jay says, ask whatever you like. Nothing is silly. No questions are silly. Everybody, all of us, even the most experienced, the most expert of us, we all had to start somewhere. So no questions are silly. You ask the question, I'll give you the best answer I can. And it's really, really good. So that's pretty much the end of my shout out. I think I mentioned earlier, I got lots of distractions in my life. In fact, one of my distractions is, in a minute, when I finish this video clip, I'm going to go next door into the front room and have a snooze. But I like snoozing. I don't see why I shouldn't. I love training my dog. I train him for working trials. That's based on the requirements of police dogs, which, by the way, if any of you are interested, on my website, which is jameswarrior.com, it needs rebuilding, actually, that website. There's a lot wrong with it. But anyway, I'm not asking you to judge the website. But if you're interested in dog training, I've got a page called Freddie's Page. And it's a good page with loads of stuff about. It's a diary. My favourite, I've got 8 episodes up so far, and it's Freddie's Training Diary. My 2 favourite episodes from that are episode 6 and episode 8. I think either of those would be a good place to start if you're interested. Anyway, I don't know why I said that really, because this was meant to be a shout out for Jay Roberts. But I thought, well, while I'm at it, why don't I blow my own trumpet a bit as well? So if anybody out there, by the way, has written a book which they would like narrated, because it's narration is mostly what I do rather than voiceovers. But if anybody's written a book and about dog training and they don't feel confident about narrating it for themselves, but would like somebody who's knowledgeable about dog training to do it for them, I'm your man. And you can find me on LinkedIn. Anyway, there you are. That's enough of trumpet blowing. But that's about it, really. So big shout out. If you can get an opportunity to watch Jay Roberts and the gang on Gravy for the Brain on Thursday afternoons, I would really take it. I try and get there whenever I can, because there's always, always, always useful information. And all the other people who are listening as well, you know, the other participants, I mean, some of whom are very, very experienced and some of whom, like me, are not, who are relatively inexperienced. Nonetheless, there's always good stuff that, you know, somebody will ask a question and it isn't necessarily just Jay who will, who will give the, who will provide the answers. It can be any of the other participants, and there's good stuff. It's very, very helpful group. So that's it. So anyway, look it up. I think it was wonderful. I do actually think it was genuinely inspirational. Right. That's it. Bye now. I'm gonna have a snooze now. Bye.